Good morning. Welcome to a morning moment here. I wanted to just get on and spread a little just love and heightened energy and give a little food for thought as we kind of go about our day, whether you're seeing this in the morning or you're seeing it later in the evening. Whenever you're seeing it, I hope it lands right where it needs to for you. Yesterday I shared a vulnerable little snippet on my stories, and some of you may have seen it, some of you may have not, but it stemmed off of being in dance class yesterday, and I had a kind of a sports bra type thing, and then I had a short on top of it, and then I was getting really, really hot, but I kept tugging and just battling my brain of like, you can't show up with that much of you showing, right? You can't show up with this body that sometimes you want to pick apart, right? That my arms aren't as toned and all the things, right? That we all do to ourselves. And finally, I just kind of like ripped the shirt off and put it over by my stuff and was just like, what? Like, you literally work with and talk about and all the things about feeling confident in yourself, owning yourself, all the things. Who are you to not listen to that, right? And it was this moment of, I'm taking this off and owning where I am, who I am, what I look like, all the things right here, right now. And so this morning moment that I wanted to share with you was to kind of get you thinking about, what is it about yourself or stories that you tell yourself anyways that maybe holds you back from being more bold or living more intentionally or doing more in your life, in your business, in your relationships, because you're telling yourself, I can't do that. Well, I gotta hide this. And it might not be just physical, but for me it was yesterday. And the beautiful thing is when we identify what it is that we continue to kind of allow to be part of our story and navigate, right? All of our bodies, minds, spirits, all of that deserve to be in this world in whatever capacity we want it to be. And so if I was gonna shy away yesterday of like, oh, I can't take this, I can't be in this tank top right now, right? I wouldn't have felt comfortable because, right, I was scorching hot. So I'm not gonna enjoy, I'm not gonna be in the moment, I'm not gonna be being my best because I would be uncomfortable. And although you could also say I was uncomfortable once I was feeling more vulnerable, exposed, all the things, it was just a freeing moment. So my thought to you for this little morning moment is, what is the thing that you keep telling yourself is not good enough, it doesn't look right, doesn't feel right, it's not what it should be? What story are you telling yourself? And how can you identify how it's holding you back, or maybe at least, if nothing else, kind of weighing you down, so that we can move that through, right? So my story yesterday was, everybody is a dance body, and yes, there might be things that I want to pick apart and that I don't feel comfortable in and all the things, but it still is allowed to exist in that form as well. So that was like, right, identifying how I felt, identifying that it was false, essentially, right? It was false. Doesn't matter, right? What my body looks like, it still deserves to exist. And I shared in my stories, so if you haven't seen my stories from yesterday, pop in. Somebody had, from one of my reels this weekend, had said, something in my copy was something along the lines of, you know, your body, you get to show up, be seen, be photographed, whatever it is, in whatever version exists right now, and all the versions that will come, because it's going to continue shifting and shaping and all the things. So good. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad that this is resonating with you. And feel free, if anybody wants to share, whether it's right now in live or on the replay, something that you are working to free yourself of, or something that you are kind of having a story about that you want to release. Sometimes just putting it out in the world helps us to kind of process it differently, which is why I'm so big on being so transparent and open and honest about my own journey, but then also the work that I do with clients and all the things, right? And so if you feel, comfortable sharing, feel free. This is a like healthy, happy, safe space. I am like always monitoring, literally, this is so important to me, monitoring followers, all the things to make sure that they are people who are like-minded, who are kind, who are supportive, all the things. So anyways, all that to say is feel free to share anything, or DM me if it's something that you just like want, like a little, like put it out in the world, get a little love on it, but maybe not on here. That's fine too. Let's see, podcasting and going live speaking is holding me back. Oh, okay, my friend, I would happily chat with you, talk through this with you. I recently, well, for the last 2 years, had kind of an on again, off again podcast. It was audio only at the time, and I was doing it kind of half-bootied, if you will. And finally last fall, one of my really good friends was like, I see this being something that you need to be stepping into bigger. I can feel it. What you can do about it. And so I stepped into it. And now not only do I have consistent podcasts going, it's on YouTube. So there's video version. So there's proof of me moving and talking and all the things that are so freaking scary as a human. So let me know if you want to chit chat through it, or like what's really blocking you from that. But you can go live. I'm doing it right now. I promise you, it doesn't always feel comfortable. And I promise, if the perception is that I am confident and like without worry while I'm doing this, I promise that's not the case, right? I always talk about perception, right? Like some people will be like, oh, you're so confident and you're so bold, or you're so natural, right? So we hear these things about ourselves that sometimes we don't believe. And so just remind yourself that I'm doing it, so can you. I am no different, right? We are all so different and so similar, all in the same vein. And so similarly, you can do this. And so sometimes it's just pushing play. Sometimes it's literally just like, start, here we go, let's go, record. If you don't feel comfortable maybe going live, maybe start by just doing some recorded stories or things like that. It's really no different. I mean, the only thing is that there might be interaction, or people interacting with you. Good morning, hi, how are you? Interacting with you, but the thing is, you are in the driver's seat there. You can answer back, and you are going to be way more comfortable and natural than you ever will. So anyways, that's just a reminder that you can do it. So whatever it is for you, whether it's physically, something about yourself, your appearance, what you're feeling about yourself, right? It's perception. And in that story that I shared, as I'm doing this dance class, and I'm feeling very vulnerable because I felt like I had nothing, like I felt like I was like open to the world, and all of the things that I'm insecure about, my arms and my tummy and all the things, felt like they were like on the world, like for display. I walk off, and because we were like, if people want, they can, like, they encourage people to record themselves at class to see like their, evolution over time and all these things. My friend that was recording me was like, girl, your body is banging. Meanwhile, I'm telling myself, oh my God, look at my arm jiggling, and why is this happening, and all these things. Meanwhile, that person is seeing what the world sees. So remember that sometimes, right? Like that, like we get the chance to like shift our perception. We get the chance to do that. Let's see. Talk to the camera. I'm getting better at, it's just the live. Yeah. So maybe just remind yourself that, like forget that it's live, right? Just like go on. Cause like if you do it in recorded versions, or, that kind of way, then it's no different. It's just live. So, my dog's about to bark here, so sorry about that. But I am going to wrap this up because I want it to be a morning moment. I want it to be short and sweet. And come here, Harlow, come here. Oh, I thought maybe she'd come on and say hello to you guys. Come here, hold on one second. I'm going to grab her. Come here. Oh my goodness. Guys, this is Harlow. She's not afraid of much. She'll come live. Actually, I'm just kidding. She does not like the camera, but she's like, look at her. She's like, Mom, what are you doing? But anyways, a last final thought. I'm going to put this on my, feed. So there'll be all the goodness here, on there, and you can replay. If you're just jumping in, you can see it. She says hi back. You can see it from the beginning, but just a reminder, go in, think about what it is. Remind yourself of what that story that does not serve you is, and find the real truth about it. Or at least allow yourself to see a different perspective of it and allow it to move through. Allow it to go and rewrite that story for yourself. Show up in whatever it is that you want to, despite it, or maybe in spite of it, if you want to be feisty. In spite of it, you're going to do it anyway. Yeah? Hey, Victoria. Harlow says hello back. Sorry about that little interruption in the broadcast here. The broadcast, oh my gosh. I sound old when I say that, I think. But anyways, I hope that this message lands for you in whatever way it needs to land. And if there's anything that you want to chit chat about, or you just want to kind of like get off of your chest and out of your mind, I say this all the time on all my things, but my DMs, my world is always a safe space for you. So come along, let's have a convo, let's get you feeling good. I'm in the same space, right? Like, we're all doing that. Even though I work with people in this way, whether it's in front of the camera for my branding, clients, or it's coaching or whatever, we are all always kind of up against something, and we're always working through it. And so I just want to remind people of that. If nothing else, I want people to be reminded that they're not alone. And even the people that you see, like, there's people that I look at and like, they are fearless, they are all these things, but I know that that's actually not true. That I know that people who get on stages that speak, right? Because that's something I've been doing more of lately. And to date, last year when I was on stage with, I don't know, I don't remember if it was like 350 people, somewhere in that ballpark. So a lot of people, I was like so nervous, right? And somebody was like, oh, do you think it gets better, now that you've done it? And I was like, I hate to tell you, but it gets different, but it doesn't necessarily go away or get better. And so, reminder to you that the people that you see doing whatever it is that you want to do, they also feel the same things that you feel, the same worries, the same stresses, right? They might sound differently, look differently, whatever, but they are still, right, one and the same in the fact that they still occur and all the things happen. So go on, do your thing, live your life, build that dream, build that business, build that momentum towards that goal, whatever it is, right? No matter how small or grandiose it feels, it can be yours if you allow some of these stories to just move away and get out of town, get out of Dodge, So I love you guys so, so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending a little time for yourself, for your mind, for your body, spirit, energy, soul, all of the things. And my goal is to kind of do these little morning moments more often. And so come join me. When you see me live, come say hello. Until then, come pop on the stories. I've got some fun things. I know my OGs who've been around a long time, especially from my old page moving to this page, you guys love like my little like snippets of DIY work, and I've got one that I'm going to be doing hopefully tomorrow night. So come get a little sneak peek about that in my stories and come hang out. I love connecting with you guys so much. Let me know something that's going on good in your life. DM me, let me know so I can celebrate it with you. And love you so much.